We're in Evansville, Indiana, a medium-sized city on the border of Indiana and Kentucky, known for their yearly Frog Follies Rod Run that has become the largest independent hot rod event in the country, with 4,000 to 5,000 pre-1949 hot rods showing up at the end of each August for 3 days of hot rod heaven. Rick Bonenberger is one of the proponents of the Frog Follies, and we're going to take a look at his stash of cars, parts, old gas station stuff, and automotive signs that he's hidden in an old warehouse outside of town.
I told my wife I was going one time to do a soul searching. And so somebody called and said, oh, he's out soul searching. And they said, what's wrong with him? What's happening? She says, there ain't nothing wrong with him. He's out looking in the junkyard for parts. Going into like a junkyard, especially a junkyard with older cars, and looking through it, sitting in the seat of it and thinking, man, who drove this car and where did it drive? You know, a hot rodder? Yeah, that's what I am.
Rick, how you doing?
How you doing, Tom? Got the 32 Phaeton there.
Yeah. The difference between the American and Australian Phaetons is the American Phaetons have a seam that goes right here. So it's a three-piece back, and the Australian ones don't. So this is an Australian one. It looks really solid. And it's a hot rod. It's got a Chevy in it, right?
Yep, 283 Chevy, 39 Ford transmission, Model A rear end.
Model A?
Model A.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's definitely an old style hot rod.
Well, Phaetons are really rare. In America, they made 1,100, 1,200, something like that.
It's a small number, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you can't believe that they tooled up. I don't know how many Australian ones they made, but amazing.
From the beginning, I liked hot rods when I was a little kid. You know, I used to read Henry Felson's hot rod books. I used to take them out of the library and put them in my book and read them in school. So, hey, it's one of those things.
Look at all the gas pumps. I mean, this is just one little section of them. You've got them all over.
That became a fascination for me. I'd go out on weekends and hunt them through the countryside or farms or whatever. I'd buy one for 50 bucks and haul it home.
Well, there's more, I know. I know this is just...
Yeah, there's just a couple more.
Yeah, a couple more.
So,
and this 51 Merc, this was one of your first cars?
Yeah, I drove this in 72, 3, 4. That was my everyday car. And then I set it aside like that, and I think I paid $325 for it. And good car, good running car. And it's all stock.
Brookville?
Brookville 32 Roadster body. That's one of my projects. I'm not sure what the priority line is, but you know.
This is a priority?
Yeah, it's up on the higher echelon of the list.
Is a priority over the Phaeton?
Oh, I think the Phaeton's going to be pretty good, but this one I think I can get done quicker and easy because I just want to make it just a good driver, just 32 highboy, just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Because to me driving them, that's where the fun is.
Yeah. Living in a rural setting, Rick has a nose for scrounging great stuff laying around, much like some of the shows you've seen on TV. In Rick's case, it's all cars and petroliana, and he's amassed quite a nice collection of restored gas pumps, signs, and more. But what's more amazing is the stuff that he hasn't restored. That's what we're looking at today. Rick's got a lot of stuff. He's been picking stuff up for a long time, and the cool thing is that he's been picking it up since back in the day when it was cheap. I would say as these types of collections go, he doesn't have a lot of money in it relative to guys who are just getting into the deal recently. There's a Corvette here, and then there's another one over here.
Yeah, the first one here is a 56.
56?
And then the second one there is a 62.
Now, was this originally a Fuelie?
It wasn't a Fuelie, but I have a Fuelie unit for it.
Just to make you look real bad, how long have you had this one?
Somewhere around 72, 73.
Is when you bought it? 72,
yeah.
73?
When I went down to put a chain underneath of it, and to pull it like that, they had a wasp nest down there, and it just peppered me with wasp stings.
And one of my faves, super rare Willys sedan delivery. It's either 35 or 36, right?
Yeah, 35.
35. I think 35 had these. I'm not sure about 36. Super rare though. Now, how long have you had this?
Oh, that's probably about 40 years.
40 years.
Yeah, I think I paid $7.50 for it.
Are you kidding me?
We negotiated. I think I wanted to do it for $5, and I think he wanted to do it for $10. So I think we made it for $7.50. This is a 1916 Baby Grand Chevrolet Touring car.
Why'd they call him a baby grand?
God if I know.
Okay, I thought you knew. The truth is, we don't have time to look at Rick's entire collection. That'd take hours to show. What we're looking at is Rick's collection of leftovers. It's an amazing collection of what-if cars and parts mixed with some great petroliana and signs that even in their as-found condition can go for 4 and even 5 figures. And then a slightly newer Chevy over here.
Yep, Chevy Nomad.
How long have you had that?
Oh, maybe 38 years.
38 years? When are you going to do something with it?
Yeah, that's right.
Rick's been able to collect and keep everything he's found, and that's pretty unique. Most of us have to sell one thing to get another. With his successful business and knack for finding on the cheap, he's amassed a huge automotive treasure trove and never looked back.
Yeah, that's a 33 sedan delivery. My brother and I drove from Newark, New Jersey to get it, basically the body. We left on a Friday evening at 6 o'clock, and we came back on Sunday morning at 6 o'clock. And had it on the trailer. Good car, 350 Chevy, 350 turbo.
And then this is a more recent acquisition, right? The 4-door here?
Yeah, it's a 32 Ford 4-door sedan.
Deuce 4-door, yeah.
And some reason, I don't know why, I've always liked a 4-door sedan. I think it needs a haircut. But, but
like an inch and a half out of the top.
About
just something
that.
subtle, inch. Rick Bonenberger falls into the category of hot rod fanatics that have managed to get a few cars completed over the years.
If I could only keep one car, and then I think it'd be a toss-up between this 1933 Hupmobile Vicky that I just basically got done with, or this 32 Phaeton. And the Hupmobile is a slick car, and this Phaeton is a slick car even with its primered fenders on it. It's a fun car, it's a driver. When I go someplace, I slam the car door, don't look back, and just have a good time with it. Am I done collecting? Nah. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But I mean, you know, I'm gonna say I'm slowing down on it, but there's some neat cars and neat gas pumps still out there.
Sometimes our appetites are bigger than our stomachs, and Rick knows that. But he's an obsessed collector and can't stop. His wife told us she's thought about pulling something from his pile of stuff and giving it to him for his birthday or Christmas. When I asked him if he'd know where it came from, he said yes. So he somehow keeps track of all this stuff. We didn't ask if he has an end game to all this. Let's just say we're glad he grabbed this stuff before the recycler, and hope that if Rick doesn't restore them, that these projects can find new owners that can bring them back to their former glory for all to enjoy.